Well,
One more part left.
Unfortunately, we lost some baggage. So the girls kind of got mixed up with our luggage, so the flight's gonna have to just be us three.
Yeah. So let me ask, why the hell did we put Healy and Jordy as part of our luggage?
By the way, guys.
To save on carrier fees, of course.
By the way, guys, sorry if I sound a little stuffy. On our way to meet Lord Frederick, I got caught in a snowstorm, so that's why I couldn't be there for that last bit of the finale.
That's all good.
Good to see you.
Just in time for the hardest part of the game.
Yeah, good to see you again, Plucky Duck.
Okay.
This is the bonus world, similar to the Golden Temple of Returns. This is unlocked once you beat all the Kong temples.
Yep, and instead of it just being one simple stage, it's 3.
But hey, we got DK Jr. remix. Oh geez.
Yep, all fun and dandy, but let me just say this right now: if you thought the Golden Temple in the first game was hard, woo!
Yeah, these are going to be pitting you against some pretty tough challenges, including these platforms, which spawn randomly. Though, okay, not randomly, it's the same every time, but yes, so it's on a timer.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be quick on your simian feet.
Crap, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this. Come on,
Aww.
get the banana. There we go.
Woo!
Oh.
Too close for comfort.
And let me just say, Dixie is, again, a godsend in all these levels.
Yeah, she's borderline vital to this fucking thing.
Oh,
See?
there you go.
Wait for it.
Nickname Teeth.
Woo, rats.
Yeah, the timing on those teeth are
Now,
weird, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This part right here.
Oh, I hate this part because there is a bit of moon gravity because you're falling.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Oh no.
Oh,
No.
It's very easy to fuck up at this part.
Right, because as you're seeing, I sometimes can't fall fast enough to reach the platform. There it is.
The one time when simian physics don't apply. or gorilla physics, rather.
But yeah, so we have two main. So each of the three levels have like various like categories you're working into. Oh jeez. Bop.
Woo!
Oh no, I got slammed
No,
dunk because I didn't have
Dixie!
And because of that, he must
That was a
die, for he
slam
cannot
dunk.
live without his true love.
Yeah. Now, honestly, I'm keeping that death in because this video would be really short if I didn't.
And by the way, another
Fair
thing,
enough.
just like
It's
with
not like these levels are terribly long.
I was about to say, just like with the Kong temples and the Golden Temple in the last stage, there's no checkpoints in these levels. And yes, I said levels.
Nope.
You'll see what we mean by that.
Yep. Hype. Since, unfortunately, you weren't there for the credits sequence, let's take this time to get your opinions on Tropical Freeze overall.
Alrighty. I will say, you know, even though I like Returns just fine, I honestly do think Tropical Freeze is a much better game. Like, I think a lot of the tweaks and changes and additions that they add to it definitely help to make it a much more fun, memorable, and enjoyable experience. I guess if I did have to pick any particular thing I would fix is something we've talked about in quite a few parts as well, is that I think some balancing issues would have helped make the game a lot more enjoyable for any playstyle you want to go with. Like, I know, you know, obviously there's a reason why people love Dixie, but I think I probably would have appreciated if they took a few changes to also make it so that she's not the, you know, need to go to place for whenever you want to go somewhere. Like, I'd appreciate if they gave Cranky and Diddy some buffs as well, so that way you can be able to like pick them as well.
Right, like obviously
Yeah.
give Diddy's jetpack a little more airtime, and Cranky, well,
Actually, I think Cranky is
What
fine
more
as
do you
is,
need?
but
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think Cranky's fine
I
as
feel
is.
like-
It's more so
I feel
Diddy
like
I think
may-
needs the buff.
I was gonna say, for Cranky, I feel like maybe they should have designed more levels around spikes that Cranky would be more, you know, a more valid choice.
I think what it would also help, and I know this is kind of subjective, if Dixie's and Cranky's Kung Fu moves were switched.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because it's pretty obvious that you get coins like the fucking Dickens in this game, even without Cranky, so it's like...
Ooh. First stage done.
And since
Actually,
Cranky
you know
is
what?
the one that gives you that Kung Fu...
I was about to say, that's actually another thing I just realized. Like, I don't necessarily hate it, but in hindsight, I think the Kung Fu mechanic is kind of pointless.
I wouldn't say so much... I wouldn't really say it's pointless. I mean, it has its uses, especially if you're Dixie. Which is all the more reason why I think hers and Cranky should be switched.
Oh god. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh no, I screwed that one up.
Oh.
Well, I just mean that in a sense of, I think it's
This-
the only mechanic in the game where it's not necessarily outright required to go through it. It's like, you can pretty much, if you want to, you can pretty much play through the entire game and not use it once.
Well, yeah, but you could also say that for the other Kongs in general. I mean, especially for the sake of a challenge run. Because this game does expect you to, well, they had to test the entire game with just DK alone in order to make that hard mode even possible.
Yep. Oh jeez. Okay, here we go. Flying fish.
It's just that the Kongs themselves make the experience a hell of a lot more accessible, which also would lead to the Kung Fu mechanic as a whole. It's very helpful.
I'm sorry. We are unfortunate to interrupt your broadcast to bring you flying fish.
Yep.
Who
Kong,
cares?
baby.
Mario
What'd you expect?
did it before. Why can't DK?
Well, that's true, they did do it.
And yeah, with the spear. There we go. Wait for him to strike. There we go. And yeah, with the tuck spears, you want to smash the ground around them first, and then roll into them.
Yeah.
Oh,
And remember, take your time.
Oh,
Shit like this requires joy.
Yeah. Now immediately into rocket barrel mode now.
Yeah.
We interrupt your usual DK fare for Rocket Barrel.
I think this might be the last Rocket Barrel section in the game, though.
It is.
Yep.
So good.
And
Yeah.
they will milk it for all it's worth.
Yep.
That is actually,
But
if we're going to talk about...
Again, gotta love that 2 hits.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not quite sure if you guys delved into this back in the finale, but I guess if you don't mind my segueing into the idea of what they can do if they decide to make at least one more game of this fashion, I do think that, obviously they did address some problems I have with the Rocket Barrel with the extra hit and whatnot. I still think it would help if, and not just for that one, but for a lot of the more gimmicky levels in general, if they didn't make it so that a lot of the situations, particularly when you're going after Kong letters, so very do or die. It's like if you miss it, you might as well kill yourself.
There we go, tight roll jump.
Well, that's kind of a problem that every DK game has had. Like, there's always these little trinkets you want to get, but it's always in a do or
There we
die
go.
situation.
Now let me
Wait
see.
for it.
Okay, yeah, I gotta wait for it.
There we go.
And I was about to say, outside of that, the only other things I can think of is, I'm not quite sure what they could really do for a third DK game in this style, because, like I said, I just think Tropical Freeze not only fixed a lot of the problems I had with returns, but just in general, it's just a really fun game that I'm not quite sure what you can really do to add on to it outside of, like, maybe some extra Kongs you can play as, new level tropes, a new story, which, stuff that would be nice, but in the grand scheme of things is a little bit
My least favorite
superfluous.
level in the game.
Yeah, that's all go second deck. But anyway, to answer Steve's question, I know something they can do. Take the Kongs to space.
That'd be something.
You know what's funny you mentioned
Oh!
that because, oh boy, what a start. Anyway, it's funny you mentioned that
jumped too
because in
soon.
one of the concept arts for Tropical Freeze that you can unlock in this game, one of the concept levels that they had was a moon level.
And they couldn't keep it for whatever reason.
So this one I hate because you need very good timing and these cloud platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of
No.
if you don't mind
Nimbus,
going
they
back
are
to
not.
that, if you don't mind going back to that topic, what would you, Logan? What would you like to see if they ever decide to make one more game in this fashion?
I don't really know if I want anything specific. I mean, just make more. I mean, knowing Nintendo, just make more of what's worked. That would be fine with me.
Yeah.
James?
Agreed. I mean, heck, especially with the Switch, imagine the possibilities they can do with that thing, even if they're like the most simplistic of pleasures.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Well,
Though
if
I guess
not-
the one thing I would really want more than anything now is the only thing I would want more than anything right now, and I know it's kind of risky to say, but how about another 3D Donkey Kong game? Kind of like 64 without all the added fluff.
I definitely wouldn't mind another.
Right, that
game
would work, I think.
I definitely wouldn't mind another shot at a 3D Donkey Kong game. Like, I think the way I would imagine it is if they kind of... I'm trying to think. I think if they took the basic structure of 64, minus all of the collectible shenanigans, and kind of, like, streamlined it in a similar way of, like, how Galaxy streamlined a lot of the elements that Mario 64 had.
Yeah, I could
Right.
see. I could definitely see it working that way. I mean, keeping the extra playable characters, just get rid of all the
Oh, I
color
hate
coded
this
crap,
part
and I
because
think
you gotta keep your momentum. If
and
you
I
do
think it
not
would
jump
be
at the
fine.
right point, all your jump momentum's gonna be gone.
Yep.
I'm trying to think as
Well, it
far
looks like
as,
you're doing so well so far.
Then there's this.
Oh
all
joy!
this thing.
See, I never
takes
get
Rocket
mixed.
Barrel to a whole nother level.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
I always
boy.
get messed up on this. Like, if you jump, do you have to hold forward, or do you just jump with it fine?
I think you gotta hold forward.
Just move.
From what I can remember, I think.
Oh, that,
There
well,
you
that
go.
happened.
Just like that, Sonny boy.
There.
With that. Yep, we
And
taken
that's
care
it.
of all 3 levels just like that.
There are some more figurines which I will buy, but with that, we have now beaten every level in the game.
And what
And
does
with that,
get us?
the relic is complete.
More of the game.
Hard mode.
Can't bring in any
Can't use
items.
any items.
It's basically the same way that hard mode worked in Returns.
Without the mirror shit.
The only real difference is
Just
that you can
one
actually
hit kill.
choose. The only real difference is that you can actually choose which Kong you can play as. So this is technically your only way of playing as just Diddy or just Dixie and so on and so forth.
Which is
Wow,
nice.
look at the
except-
travel. Look at the time we've made.
Yeah, seriously. Which is all nice and everything, it's just that the only downside is that, well, again, the Kongs only have 1 life, there's no checkpoints, so for some levels it's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
It will be, and I think that one heart does apply to vehicles as well.
I
think it
so,
does.
yeah.
Yep.
Musical
Alright,
dogs,
so-
check out these. Okay, never mind then, lad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of these.
Buy them all! Buy them all!
Why
Buy
not?
them
Be
all!
like
More than
waste.
plenty. There's Boombird,
The new
Speed
Mini
and
Mario
Tux.
toy. It walks, it talks, it says Mamma Mia!
Big Sven.
That's
Why could
it.
that's actually something that's a missed opportunity right there. Why didn't they make a fucking, just for the sake of an extra, like a mini, an extra toy where it's pretty much just like a mini Mario toy?
That'd
Just to
be
make a
pretty cute
callback to the
nod.
original Mario vs. Donkey Kong series.
That'd be a cute nod.
Yeah, it'd be
Professor
interesting.
Chops.
Oh, you.
In fact, that's actually a franchise I wouldn't mind Retro Studios
Emerald.
tackling. A new Mario vs. Donkey Kong, where it's actually, Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Frederick.
Well, I'm trying to remember who currently works on the current
Checker Charlie.
Mario and Donkey Kong games.
NST, Nintendo Software Technology
I
Division.
see.
Anyway, let's see the figurines I got.
Okay,
The images, music. Music. There's still this, but that's fine.
you'll think it's
Yeah,
so
the
nice.
Snowman's theme, which is nice.
And you
There's
still
Professor
only got
Chops.
1 dioramic. Oh, diorama, whatever.
That is
There's
the
Professor
peak-
Chops.
That is the pickiest looking Kong I've ever seen.
I know, right?
Frederick, which I mean, it was cool. I mean, I just kind of felt like maybe it would have. I feel like it was a bit diminished by the fact that we've seen walruses throughout the entire game.
That's true. That is very true. I mean, walruses are a very common enemy, so... Well,
Okay.
then again, you got King K. Rool, and all of his minions are crocodiles.
Oh, this one, it's a living.
I guess that actually is one
You
thing I
think you
could
got
have
a
commented
crap
about.
job?
Yeah. I think I could have commented on that, but I have a feeling you guys probably did without me. That is probably the only legitimate problem I do have with Tropical Freeze. I think the ending is a little underwhelming.
A bit.
Yeah, compared. Yeah. We did mention that how like compared to the moon.
I mean, on its own, it's fine. It's just that, how the hell do you beat the moon?
Well, I'm not even talking about
Yeah,
that.
it
I just
did.
mean like just the way you end the game and like with the final boss and whatnot.
I guess so. Honestly, the final boss I would say is a little better than Tiki Kong, but at the same time, the ending itself, yeah.
I think what helps is that there isn't really any big cinematic way of finishing the boss. You just finish it the same way every other boss does.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
But with all that said, sorry to have to cut everybody off. But with all that said, that concludes Tropical Freeze.
Yay! We're finally done with this fucking franchise.
But yeah,
not
we've gone through almost every
necessarily.
single one except for the Game Boy ones.
I was about to say the Game Boy ones, and there's one particular console one that I know we've talked about here and there.
Oh, that's right. James, get those bongos ready.
That wasn't what I was talking about, but okay.
I don't have the bongos. All I can really settle with are this Wii Remote and Nunchuck.
Bye bye, everybody.
Fairly well.
Yes. See you guys later for Jungle Beat.